Hi there, Cam here from Training Tilt. I wanted to walk you through how to set up your default training zones in Training Tilt and also setting those for your clients as well. So default training zones are available from the coaching menu, and you can see we've got pace zones tab, power zones tab, and a heart rate zones tab. We have our own default set of zones for pace, power, and heart rate that your clients will inherit automatically, but you might want to create your own custom zones for those. So your clients will inherit your own zone percentages, etc., and you might have your own names for them. So in here there's a few options. So you can create generic pace zones. So these are the ones that will be used if there are not a specific workout type set of zones configured. So because Training Tilt has default zones for running, cycling, and swimming, you probably want to set up your own zones for that, so your clients use those zones, not our default zones. So I'll just start with running. So let's set up some running zones. You can see here that it comes up with a default threshold pace. This will show in miles if you've got your platform set up to imperial measurements. And you can set this to whatever you want, but it's okay to just leave it as is because you'll be wanting to configure this to your specific athletes anyway. So let's hit the calculate button. Now this will show the Training Tilt default running zones by default. So now you can change these to whatever you want them to be. You can change the names, you can change the percentage values, which you will see will adjust the actual paces. You can change the pace, but you're better off just changing the percentage values because that's more logically connected to the actual pace value. Otherwise it'll be a bit unpredictable to adjust. But even if you do adjust that here, it will change the percentage value there. So bear that in mind. So you can remove zones. So if you only want 6 or if you want 5, or you can add additional ones and give them whatever names you want. So that's running. You should go ahead and add cycling and also swimming as well. And also it's important to add a set of generic pace zones. So these are the ones that will be applied to any athlete workouts that do not have a set of zones configured already. Again, you can change the text of these, the start, percentage values, and then you should go ahead and do the same for running and cycling, power, heart rate, etc., and add the generic zones for all of those as well. So I'm just going to carry on now, just having the pace zone set up. I'm going to click Save All Now. So now this has saved the default set of zones for your entire coaching platform. And now I'm going to go to a client page. I'm going to bring Joe into context. I'm going to go to his zones. So now we can see that it's inheriting by default the zones for Joe. As you can see down here, I didn't configure the specific zones for cycling and swimming, so it's still using the Training Tilt defaults. So if you don't want to use those defaults for those specific workout types, then you should go back to your default zone settings and set those up, and then it'll use those instead. Okay, so we've got our customizations here. So now you simply need to do, okay, Joe's threshold slightly faster than this, so I'm going to set that to 430 pace, and then I'm going to click recalculate, and it's just going to recalculate it based off your percentages now. So now that's as simple as that. You could go and do it for the power and heart rate zones, but now what you don't need to do is configure all of these custom zones. If you use custom zones for each athlete, all you need to do is go and enter their threshold values, click calculate, and you'll be done.